Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Joey's basketball lesson. Today I'm going to be teaching you, boys and girls, about how to shoot a basketball, as well as how to dribble a basketball. We're going to start off by first teaching you how to shoot. To become a perfect shooter, there are three things you need: practice, repetition, and great technique. With a combination of these three things, you can become a perfect shooter. We're going to start off by explaining to you how your hand is supposed to be positioned with the basketball in order to become a better shooter. We're going to start off with you taking your strongest hand, either that being your left or your right, and placing it on the top of the basketball. Now, if you look at my hands, you notice that they're very comfortable. You also notice that they are apart from each other. They're not like this, two clamped together. This is very important, as you want to allow your fingertips to be on the basketball very comfortably. Now that you have your strong hand on the top of the basketball, what you need to do with your weaker hand is it becomes a guiding hand. And this hand is placed on the side of the basketball. So your position of the ball and your hand look like this. One of the best ways to figure out if you have your hands positioned properly on the basketball is that when you extend your elbows, it positions itself in a V form. Now that you see that, you know that you position your hands in the appropriate way. Once you have that complete, you have to now focus on making sure that your body is properly strategically placed in the right position. So I'm going to show you how that's done. In order to become the best shooter, you have to have your shoulders and width apart. You also have to make sure that wherever you're shooting the basketball, it is lined up to where you want to shoot. For example, if I'm shooting at this basketball rim, I have to ensure that my body is facing the rim. If my body is facing the rim, and my shoulders are shoulders width apart, I'm going to have a better chance of scoring the basketball. So let's try it out. Holding the ball in the right position. What's wrong with my form? There's definitely something wrong with my form. If you noticed, I had my elbows sticking out. This is the wrong way to shoot a basketball. In order to be successful at shooting, you have to ensure that your elbows are locked in, so that you have a better angle at shooting and more of a straighter line. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Now that I've showed you how to shoot a basketball properly, I want to give you one last tip before we end this segment. I want to show you how important it is with how you position your feet in order to become a great shooter. Now, if you watch my feet, it is parallel to where I want to shoot the basketball. If I want to shoot the basketball towards you, I would have both of my feet facing towards you. Now, the problem is that some shooters, when they're shooting the basketball, usually position their bodies in a different way. For example, if someone shoots a basketball like this, it's likely that they would have less of a chance to score that basket. If the feet are positioned towards the net that they're trying to shoot at, they have a much better chance. And that's what we want. So let's give that a try. So that's how you shoot a basketball. With great technique, repetition, and a lot of practice, you can become a great shooter too. Thank you. Welcome to part 2 of Joey's basketball lesson. We are going to teach you in this lesson how to dribble a basketball. Dribbling a basketball is imperative when playing basketball. The best players in college basketball or the NBA are the ones that know how to use their basketball to dribble using their hand-eye coordination. And that's something that we're going to teach you. For this lesson, I'm going to teach you the technique of learning how to dribble. Let's start off by explaining how you want the ball to be positioned in your hand. Let's start off by showing you how people dribble. If you notice how I'm dribbling, I'm allowing my fingertips to touch the basketball as well as the palm of my hand, and I'm extending with my wrist and my elbow to drop the ball on the ground. I'm extending my wrist and my elbow and allowing my fingers to be spread apart so that it feels comfortable. I'm also, if you notice, dribbling the basketball to my thigh, which is the right level of where you want to dribble your basketball. If you notice, when the basketball drops down, it goes all the way back up. It goes right comfortably back up into the palm of my hand. I'm not forcing it at all. Once you have that complete, and you're in a position where you're only dribbling up to your thigh, you now want to focus on making sure that you're not looking at the basketball when you're dribbling. You always want to be looking up to see your defender so you know where you want to take the basketball, either left, or either right, or right through the middle. I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques that you can utilize in order to become a good dribbler. I'll show you 3 different drills. The first dribble is your right hand dribble. And you want to just dribble by yourself all the way up and down the court. And you want to be able to switch hands, left and right. Now left hand. Left hand. This is a great drill to utilize in order to become a better dribbler. Our second dribble is the crossover. You want to be able to switch hands while dribbling. So if you're using your left hand to dribble, you want to be able to cross over to your right. This is another drill people utilize to become a good player, so that they can change their direction, so that they can pass by their defense. The last drill that you want to learn is a little bit fancy, but if you can do it, it definitely helps within a game. And that's right through your leg. This is a little bit more sophisticated, but as you get more comfortable with your hand-eye coordination, you can become a better dribbler. These are the most important tips to becoming a better dribbler. If you want to be a good basketball player, you have to develop these 2 skills. You got to learn how to shoot, and you got to learn how to dribble. That concludes our lesson for today. I hope that all your shots go in, and I hope that you continue to work on your dribbling so that you can be the best basketball player that you can. Thank you.